The email thanked me for the appointment I didn't make. It was polite, confirmed, routine. See you tomorrow at 9:10 a.m. For a second, I stared at the screen like it would correct itself if I waited long enough. Then the subject line slid into focus, and my stomach did that small, quiet drop it only does when something is already wrong. I deleted it. I made coffee. I ate standing at the counter. I checked the weather. I answered 2 work messages. I kept moving because movement makes normality feel true. By the time I left my apartment, it was raining the way it rains in cities. Thin, steady, impatient. The lobby smelled faintly of disinfectant and warm air from the vents. The concierge nodded once without looking up. "Morning," he said. He used my name, not loudly, not friendly, just accurate. "Morning," I said back, because I didn't want to teach my face a new expression. Outside, the day did what it always did. People on phones, people not making eye contact. Everyone moving like they had somewhere to be and a reason not to stop. At noon, I walked to the pharmacy near my office. I wasn't sick. I wasn't picking anything up. I just wanted to feel in control of a small decision. The line was short. The fluorescent lights made everyone look slightly tired. When it was my turn, I slid my debit card onto the counter and asked for toothpaste behind the register. The cashier scanned it without looking up. Then she stopped. Not dramatic. Just paused. Her eyes flicked to the screen, then to my face, then back down again, like the system was asking her to confirm something she couldn't see. "Just a moment," she said. She reached under the counter and pressed a button with her thumb. A manager appeared from the back within seconds. Mid-40s, clean haircut, corporate calm. He didn't look annoyed. He didn't look concerned. He looked practiced. "Hi," he said, voice low. "Can I see a second form of ID?" I blinked. "For toothpaste?" "It's not about the item," he said, still polite. "We're getting a verification prompt." I opened my wallet and handed him my license. He didn't take it right away. He watched my fingers as they released it, like the motion mattered. He glanced at the card for less than a second, then looked at me again. The look wasn't suspicious. It was evaluative, like the photo didn't settle cleanly. Like I was the part that didn't match. "Can you confirm your address?" he asked. I hesitated. I felt the pressure of the people behind me, the normal human expectation to cooperate so the line can keep moving. So I said it. My address. The manager nodded once, satisfied, and handed my license back. "Thanks," he said. "You're all set." The cashier scanned the toothpaste quickly, eyes down. The transaction went through like nothing had happened. I left with a small bag in my hand and a thin, bright feeling in my chest, like I'd swallowed something sharp. Back at my desk, I opened my banking app. Everything looked normal. Balance, recent transactions, the same 3 subscriptions I never bothered to cancel. Nothing missing. I told myself that was the end of it. At 2:07 p.m., my phone buzzed. Security notice, access temporarily limited. It wasn't a fraud alert. It wasn't a warning. It was written like a favor. For your protection, certain features may be unavailable until verification is complete. I stared at it until the words stopped behaving like language and became shapes. I called. After the automated menus, a woman answered. Her voice was warm in the way customer service voices are warm, trained, measured, not personal. Full name? I gave it. Date of birth? I gave it. Address? I paused. Less than a second, a small delay while my mind replayed the manager's eyes on my face. The woman heard it anyway. "Sir?" she said gently. I gave it. Typing. Then a quiet inhale, as if she'd opened a file and didn't like what she saw. "Thank you," she said. "One moment." Hold music started. Soft piano. Cheerful. It made my teeth ache. A man came on the line. Calm, professional, the kind of voice you hear narrating compliance training videos. Smiling without emotion. "Mr. Hart," he said, "we're conducting a routine review of your identity verification." "Why?" I asked. "We're seeing inconsistencies." "What inconsistencies?" He didn't answer directly. "Have you recently changed your phone number?" "No." "Changed your address?" "No." "Requested new cards?" "No." A pause, as if he was letting the silence do the work. "Do you have any reason to believe your identity has been compromised?" The question was phrased like an option on a form. "Yes," I said. "That's why I'm calling." Another pause. Longer this time. "I see," he said. "Have you filed any reports with any agencies?" "Not yet," I said. "I'm calling you first." "Okay," he replied, and the word didn't land like reassurance. "To restore full access," he continued, "we'll need you to complete an in-person verification." "At a branch?" "Yes." "Can't you do it online?" "This is required." Required. Not harsh, not threatening, final. He gave me an address 10 minutes from my apartment. When the call ended, I sat still for a full minute, phone in my hand, listening to the empty room around me, like I expected it to say something back. Then my email refreshed. New message. Appointment confirmed. Same clinic as the first email. Same time. Tomorrow at 9:10. This time, my name was spelled perfectly. And beneath it, in smaller text, a line I didn't remember agreeing to. Preferred contact, Daniel Carter. The banker called me by the wrong name and didn't correct himself. It happened the moment I sat down, like a reflex. "Thanks for coming in, Daniel," he said, already opening a folder. I didn't react fast enough, not with anger. Just with that half-second delay you get when a sentence lands wrong. "It's Mason," I said. He looked up. His expression didn't change. No apology, no embarrassment. He just adjusted smoothly. "Of course," he said. "Mason." Like he'd said it on purpose the first time. The branch was quiet in the way banks are quiet. Soft lighting, muted screens, carpet designed to swallow footsteps. Even the air felt managed. Printer paper and disinfectant. Safety as a scent. I'd come in early, before work, because the man on the phone had used the word required. I'd dressed like I always did. I'd brought my license, my passport, a utility bill like the website told you to. Proof stacked neatly in my bag. The banker's office was small and clean, nothing personal on the desk. A framed mission statement on the wall. A pen holder aligned with the edge. He closed the door. "Before we proceed," he said, "I need to confirm you're the correct profile." Profile, not person, not customer. Profile. "I'm me," I said. He nodded once, like he'd heard that exact sentence in training. He slid a page toward me. My name, my social, my address. Below it, a list titled Verification Events. I recognized some. Card activation 2 years ago. Address update after my move. A password reset I remembered because it annoyed me. Then lines I didn't recognize. In-person verification, biometric capture, device trust established, completed yesterday. I felt the cold start behind my ribs again. "Yesterday," I said, "I wasn't here." He didn't react. "According to our records, you were." "That's impossible." He held my gaze calmly, like impossibility wasn't relevant. "We have a capture," he said. He turned his monitor toward me. A webcam image filled the screen. A man sitting where I was sitting, same posture, similar build, similar haircut in a general sense. Not my face, not exactly. It was close in the way a bad copy is close. Like someone had traced me and then smoothed the edges. The jaw slightly different. The eyes set just a fraction off. Close enough for a threshold. Wrong enough that my body rejected it instantly. "That's not me," I said. The banker's voice stayed even. The image passed our biometric match requirements. "I'm right here," I said. "Look at me." He did, slowly, like comparing two documents. "I am," he said. He opened the folder and pulled out forms. Signed forms. My name written the way I write it. Same slant, same pressure, same lazy loop on the H. It wasn't a crude fake. It was familiar. It was mine in the way a good forgery is mine. I kept my hands still in my lap because I didn't want him to see them shake. "Those aren't mine," I said. He nodded, not agreeing, just recording the statement into the air. "We're obligated to treat the most recently verified identity as primary until a dispute is resolved." "Primary," I repeated. "You mean me?" His pause was small, measured. "I mean the profile that is behaving consistently within our systems," he said. "Consistently." The word sat in the room like a verdict. "So there are two," I said. "Yes," he said, as if it was normal, "two profiles tied to the same credentials, both passing certain layers." I leaned forward slightly. "Who is the other profile?" His eyes dropped to his keyboard. "I can't disclose that." "Why not?" He looked back up, neutral, no irritation, no guilt. "Because it's verified," he said. "Verified." That word again, like a stamp, like permission. My mouth went dry. "So what happens to my account?" He folded his hands. "We can open a dispute. And? Access will be limited while we investigate." "How long?" "Several weeks," he said, "possibly longer." I heard my voice get thin. "And the other profile?" "It remains primary, so the system would lock me out and keep serving the version it liked better." I stared at him. "What am I supposed to do?" His answer was calm enough to be cruel. "Try not to escalate through multiple channels," he said. "It creates noise." Noise. The cashier's pause, the manager's eyes on my hands, the hold music, the small hesitations that got recorded as behavior. I felt something click into place, not clarity exactly, more like a door shutting. I pulled my phone out and opened my banking app in front of him. The login screen spun once, then stopped. Access restricted. I tried again. Same result. He watched without expression, like it was confirming his point. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Stop making it hard." Another buzz immediately after. "We can fix this if you stop." The banker didn't look at my phone. He didn't need to. He continued in that smooth voice. "If you'd like, we can schedule a follow-up with our identity team," he said. "But the process won't change." I stood up. He stood too, polite to the end, escorting me out like a problem that had been filed correctly. In the lobby, the receptionist smiled at me. The smile people use when they're told to. "Have a good day, Daniel," she said. I didn't correct her. Outside, the city moved around me without noticing. People with coffee, people with headphones. Normal life flowing past a person the system had stopped recognizing. When I got home, I opened my email. "Thank you for completing in-person verification." Time-stamped yesterday, then another email. "Clinic visit summary available." The appointment I had deleted, confirmed, completed. Preferred contact, Daniel Carter. I opened my building camera app. The timeline was there. The clips were gone. Timestamps with blank space, like someone wanted me to see exactly what was missing. I sat on my couch and looked at my grocery receipt on the counter. Eggs, coffee, oranges. A frozen meal I hadn't planned to buy. Ordinary things, proof of routine, proof I belonged. And I understood why the cashier stopped smiling. Her screen wasn't waiting to verify me. She was waiting to see which version of me had already been approved.